Hey there, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments. So, this vision slash reading slash translation is about someone missing their flight and maybe feeling like they're running out of time. So, if that sounds like you, stay tuned because this might be your reading. All right, so this was recorded on Tuesday, August 1st of 2023 at 6:27 a.m. So, you were in the midst of an event when you remembered that you were actually supposed to be on a flight to London, very specific. You were extremely upset with yourself for forgetting and even more deprecating, I don't know, because the event that you were attending was putting you in a negative headspace. So you were someplace else that you really didn't even want to be. And then you remember, crap, I was supposed to be on a flight to London. So that made it even worse, right? And you see, it was Halloween and you had decided against your better judgment to go back to family that you hadn't seen in years. Wow, that's been a recurring theme. Anyway, you decided to have your kids trick or treat together. Side note, remember this is a vision. So if you don't celebrate holidays or even believe in Halloween, this vision could still be for you. Just look beyond the surface, right? Wow, at this time of the morning, it was very, spirit had me on it. Anyway, so you arrived at the family's home and almost instantly began to regret your decision. You realized that no one had changed and the toxic air, proverbially speaking, was still unnatural to exist within. You worried that your children would be negatively impacted by the mere visit to the environment. Your head started to spiral, and in this state of overthought was when you recalled the flight in a moment of clear recollection. Okay, so because I got stuck on that, I'm like, what? So when you were in the midst of overthinking about, man, I brought my kids to the space. What's going to happen? Are they going to be negatively impacted? Oh my goodness. All of this type of stuff is spiraling in your head, right? Then that's in that moment was when you remembered that flight that you were about to miss, right? So and then you started kind of beating yourself up. Why hadn't I written it down? Why hadn't I prepared? It was so unlike you, right? So you double check and confirm the flight is to leave in half an hour. Again, very specific. There's no way, you think to yourself, there's no way. Yet and still, you gather your husband and kids to make a mad dash. You somehow have a bag packed, which feels to be more of like an emergency go bag than prepared piece of luggage, right? So you're already kind of making, what's the word? I can't think of the word right now. Spirit's not giving it to me in this moment, but kind of like sacrifices, right? The things that you would typically do in terms of like your comfort, right? Now, where was I? Got it. So the ride to the airport is the perfect storm of delays and chaos. Traffic is a mess. The kids are constantly fighting and your spouse seems to have no sense of urgency to get you to your destination. Your heart is pounding a mile a minute. You confirm the flight and no sooner you realize that you had forgotten your passport. Now you're in the US and you're flying to London. You need a passport. By this time, you've given in to fate and conceded defeat. Things begin to slow down once more, but then you are quickly replaced with great disappointment. You feel this was your last opportunity to do something like this, and you just let it slip through your hands. So regret is just coming in heavy. Now the translation. God wants you to slow down. Okay. You've been existing in an unsustainable pace. So of course you're going to forget things. Don't be so hard on yourself. Spirit also wants you to listen to and trust yourself more. In this vision, you had the inclination that returning to family would not be a good thing, but you went against your intuition and ended up in an inconducive environment. Although there are no mistakes within your journey, you may have the tendency to make things more difficult on yourself when you doubt your intuition. Lastly, the universe wants you to recognize that you've been existing through fear that your opportunities have expired. Understand and integrate the knowledge that people, places, and things that are meant for you will not pass you. You will not age out of them, and no one can commandeer your blessings, visions, or purpose. And that's it. So as always, if this message resonates, then that means it's for you. And if not, that's cool too. Just keep it pushing. Either way, I thank you for watching and listening, and I wish you the best day ever. Until next time, you know the vibes. Peace and happy healing. So y'all know I had to ask, what do you think about this look? I'm just having fun with filters. This is a reminder as well to just not take yourself so seriously. Even though you might be on a spiritual journey, does not mean that you cannot have fun. In fact, that is quite the opposite. You need to have fun. You need to be enjoying your life. You need to be enjoying this time. Now remember, we're all here on borrowed time. Oh, hello. So, live and let live. Have fun. Enjoy the ride.